it if I told you. And he said, well, try me. And he said, well, he's a rock singer. No one said, no, that ain't no rock singer. That's a country singer.
We worked out the arrangements, and he came in, and we had a little session and got acquainted musically.
To be in a studio with him doing straight country songs with straight country pickers was a real one of the highlights of my life.
Our first ones were not successful. What I would do in those days, because the companies were much more, well, they were much more patient than they are today. I mean, they gave you time to develop. We didn't really know what direction to go.
There was also another problem.
I think the industry was prepared to let him try it, to let him try to be who he wanted to be. The problem came when those records went out to country music radio stations. And the radio programmers went, oh, another one of these rock guys who wants to go country, you know, kind of thing. And he had a very, very difficult time convincing those radio people of his sincerity, of the sincerity of his intent as a country star.
We tried a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, till we finally latched onto a good song, which launched him into orbit, which was Hello, Darling.
Hello, Conway.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you.
It's been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to be.
It was such a shock to everyone. It's such a simple song, but yet has so much meaning to it. He recorded that song as an afterthought because it had some time left, just to throw it in. And he always brought his tapes back after every session and let everybody listen to it. And when I put it on and listened to it, I just broke out in a cold sweat. I mean, that was it. There was 2 or 3 people there with me at the time. And every one of them said, hey, man, that's beautiful. It was right.
What I'm trying to say is I love you and I miss you, and I'm so sorry that I did you wrong.
During the time I worked with him, I think he had 25 or 26 #1 records. He developed into an excellent person to write his songs and work with his songs. I think he also found out who he was, you know. You don't just find out from one song. You sort of find out over a period of songs and several songs. And he had the opportunity to do that with our company, which was very patient, and it worked out good for everybody.
Conway referred to Owen as he was like a father to him, and Owen allowed him the room to experiment and to grow and to try things in the studio that maybe another producer wouldn't have. And Conway attributes knowing that the song is the most important thing from Owen Bradley. Owen Bradley taught him that very important lesson that he would say would be the key to his success all those years. The song is the most important thing.
Hello, Darlin' was one of many #1 country hits for Conway Twitty. This 1970s classic became his signature song and lifelong concert opener.
And if you should ever find it in your heart to forgive me, come back, darling. I'll be waiting for you.
By the mid-70s, Conway had firmly established himself as a force to be reckoned with in the country music business.
I was determined to make it in country music. It took me 10 years to work my way up and out of rock and roll music, up to country music. And once I got my feet on the ground, and you know this from dealing with me down through the years, that I was determined to make it in country music. But certainly a chance to do duets with Loretta Lynn didn't hurt my career any at all.
Loretta Lynn chose him as her duet partner, insisted on him as her duet partner. I think that was a big thing. I remember at the time thinking, you know, that was like a seal of approval. I mean, she was superstar in country, and there was no denying her country intent ever. It's like, I think that was a big endorsement.
The Life and Times of Conway Twitty returns in a moment on TNN.